Stay Reloaded, man. It's your boy 3 Letter, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Y'all see where to follow your boy at. Hit the like button also. I appreciate that, man. Y'all see the title of this one, man. Say it with me, y'all. Let's talk about it, man. God's son across the belly. I prove you lost already. You know, when this Nas leaked verse first popped off, shout out to my man Raekwon the chef and all that. You know what I mean? Muskies waving their arms, the Arabs and all that. You know, I got to review Raekwon's album. A very dope album and everything like that. You know what I mean? Y'all please go check out Raekwon's album. Now, the funny thing about the leak verse that Nas originally gave to Raekwon, and this story, how this whole thing is unfolding right now is kind of wild to me. And I'm glad I picked the time right now to speak about this, right? Because Nas originally, the leak verse that's going around right now, and according to Raekwon the chef, because he went on Instagram Live yesterday and spoke about the leaked verse and said that, you know, it wasn't him and his people that did not leak that verse. I wonder how these leaked verses come out anyway like that. I mean, you're able to hear Nas' verse and somebody leaked it out and it wasn't on Raekwon's camp. Okay, well, walk with me right quick in my Sheik Luch voice, man. So, did Nas diss Jim Jones? Like, when I first heard this verse, pardon me, not the verse that's on the album, because we'll get to what Raekwon said in a second. I can't fully say that I felt Nas was coming at Jim Jones in the whole verse. I didn't get that feeling. I mean, if you want to talk about fake jewelry and the certain lines he might have said, I don't think those were particularly at Jim, because let's be honest, Nas ain't the subliminal type. I think Nas gonna say how he feels. He gonna say what it is. Now the references in his verse, they could be meant for anybody, but this way gets tricky, because why do people feel Nas is coming at Jim Jones? There was a reason why a lot of the people felt Nas was attacking Jim Jones. And the more I listen to the verse, it's like, okay, certain lines here and there, but to me, it's like in battle rap. When you say certain things, they can be meant for anybody, not the particular person you're standing in front of, right? So if Nas is standing in front of Jim Jones, I can't really fully say I felt Nas was coming at Jim fully. But it gets dicey, though, because certain things Raekwon said, he opened up Pandora's box in a way, right? Ray did say that, like I said, him and his team did not leak this verse out. And, you know, see, Ray, here's the thing. You're going to have some people say the old Jay-Z line, we don't believe you, you need more people, right? Because, you know, it's hip-hop. And regardless if Nas dissed him or not, let it rock. You don't got to come in there and defend Nas or defend Jim Jones. Or, you know, you said that, you know, why would Nas come on a track dissing Jim Jones when Nas know that you and Jim are really cool and stuff like that? Okay, fine. You know, and some people are actually happy Raekwon cleared the air, so to speak, right? Because I guess he doesn't want to get caught up in Nas and Jim Jones back and forth. He's playing neutral, almost to speak, right? Now, Ray spoke about, you know, people that, you know, people are the one that's making a big deal out of this and stuff like that. But I keep saying this. Why are people feeling that Nas dissed Jim, though, Ray? There's a reason why the masses thought that. I don't fully agree with that. But there's something you said in your live that kind of got my antennas going up a little bit now, right? Now, the internet, we know, especially when it comes to hip-hop, the internet will always paint their own narrative and how they feel something sounds like or what this person meant, right? Right, if anything, you should let it rock. Just let it rock. Let people think what they want to think, in my opinion. Let people think what they want to think, right? Now, what was the particular lines on here, man, that made people feel that way? Was it a line about Jim looking dusty, the fake jewelry, the woman bar? I can't fully sit there and say I felt all those particular lines aimed at Capo. You know what I mean? Only thing that threw me off was when Ray said Nas had gave him that verse, the leaked verse, months ago. And then Nas decided to change the verse because he felt people would think he was coming at Jim Jones. See, this is where it gets dicey now. Ray, when you say that, I wonder if Nas even wanted you to say that. Like, what made Raekwon come in front of a camera and say that? Nas told him, I gave you this verse a while ago, and because of everything that's popping off, they're going to feel that I'm coming at Jim Jones. Why would the people feel he's coming at Jim Jones already? Now, this is where, So when I hear that, it makes me feel like Nas was coming at Jim Jones. If Raekwon the Chef is going to, Lex Diamonds is going to come in front of a camera and try to explain to the masses that this is not a diss track, but Nas said to him, yo, Ray, I'm going to give you a different verse. Why did Nas feel he had to give Chef a different verse if the verse is not aimed at Jim Jones? I'm sorry, something don't smell right here, man. I don't know, bro. Something don't smell right here, bro. And I gotta be honest, man. Ray, I was with you until you said that. When you said that particular line there, brother, that Nas decided to give you a different verse because that verse is from months ago. But if people hear that, they're gonna take that. Like, and this is why I keep saying, what made people feel Nas is coming at Jim Jones? And then you have Raekwon doing that. Oh, Ray. If the shoe fits, all right? I mean, let's keep it tall. If the shoe fits, sir. I don't know, man. What do y'all think, bro? What? What do people do? All right, so Raekwon comes out and says what he says. Do we believe Raekwon? We fully believe what he said? Are we going to take Ray Chef for, he's a man of his word? Let's keep it. I want to make sure I say that. I'm not calling Raekwon a liar. I'm just saying, when you go in front of the camera and say, bruh, Nas decided to give you a different verse because people felt Nas' verse they're gonna take that as he's coming at Jim. Even though there was no Harlem references, no Dipset references. And we see what Nas did on Ether. We see Nas gonna say certain things. And Chef is like, oh, Ray, Nas is far from that, removed from that. I mean, removed from what? You think, I know Nas built a casino, but trust me, just because Nas ain't really fully say something in front of a TV camera or a radio station like he did back in the day, coming at Nelly and Nori and them and all that, Cam and them. I mean, and I've said this numerous times. Nas don't have to say nothing. People like myself and us who love hip hop and we know what it is, Nas ain't gotta say nothing because a lot of us were speaking for Nas. We were speaking for Nas. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, bro. I'm just confused at that part. I wish Ray would have indulged a little more into that. You know what I mean? Into that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. Y'all leave comments at the bottom. Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. Do y'all all right? Because I know there's a large percentage of people who felt like Nas was coming at Jim. It's all over the internet. People felt that way and stuff like that. People are doing reaction videos to it. And even when I watch certain people reaction videos, because I didn't jump in front of the camera when I first heard it because I was thinking to myself, people that feel that way, but what's the line? All right, let me ask y'all this. What are the lines? And comment boys, leave comments on the bottom. What is a particular line or lines that you guys heard that made y'all feel Nas was coming at Jim? And there might be some people out there who felt Raekwon is right. I never felt like Nas was coming at Jim either. I saw some people saying that also, that they felt like Nas wasn't coming at Jim. So, I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. This whole situation is kind of funny to me and everything like that. I know Nas got a casino. He got other things where, hey, Jim Jones disease, Jim disease. I don't know, man. But Capo, this is what you wanted, right? This is what you wanted. So here you have it, bro. And I would love to know if Jim Jones feels if Nas dissed him. I'm funny, Jim Jones has not made a comment yet about that. You know what I mean? But then, like Raekwon did say that, why would Nas come on his album and his song to this Jim when he knows Ray and Jim have some type of alliance, man? But y'all leave comments at the bottom, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think, man. It's your boy 3. What?